My tribe, happy Tuesday. As you already know, this is my favorite day out of the week. Why? Because I get to connect with you guys. And this is just also, I don't know, a lot of great things happened on Tuesdays, for me at least. And I felt like, no, actually for a lot of people, a lot of great things happen for people on Tuesdays. So that's what we're saying. That's what we're speaking over, not only ourselves, but those around us. Good things happen to people on Tuesdays. But for those who are new, welcome to the Connect 0007 podcast, where human connection is everything. And I am your host, Thaddeus Sims. And this is our 27th episode. And the title is How to Love Others. Now, before I jump into this, I must share my fun fact. 17-year-old Jackie Mitchell, one of the first female pitchers in professional baseball, struck out both Babe Ruth and Lou Gehrig in 1931. I'm sorry if I butchered that last name, but all right, interesting. I'm not a baseball fan, but I know that's a pretty big deal. So I was just kind of like, oh, wow. All right, then. Didn't know that. But for some of you baseball fans, you're probably like, oh, yeah, dude. Like, duh. We learned that when we were in diapers. So my bad. So diving into the episode, how to love others, right? So we're going to assume, and I don't like to assume, but we're just going to assume anyways, that you already love yourself, because you can't love others unless you love yourself. And if you don't, I highly suggest that you watch my YouTube video titled Don't Know How to Love Yourself. So same name, Connect 0007. And you should see it. It's the second episode. I highly recommend you stop this podcast, watch that video, do a little self-work, and maybe come back to this. But if you want to get a head start, by all means, I ain't gonna stop you. So again, we're assuming that you do this, right? So with this assumption, you're already here. You love thyself. I know I love myself. Actually, I love myself a hell of a lot. God damn it. I mean, the self-love, taking care of yourself. I know y'all can relate. When y'all really love yourselves, y'all know what I'm talking about. Y'all be glowing from the inside. Y'all just feel it. You just, I don't know. People just know it. It just radiates off of you. And if you don't, that takes some time. And some of y'all are really humble with yourselves. And I give you that. I have to be humble with myself too sometimes, because boy, the ancestors know. If I wasn't humble with myself, boy, I'll be certain places and they'd be like, oh my gosh, you are just bright today. And I'd be like, oh, I know I am. But I'm like, no, that's coming off wrong. Thank you very much. I really want to say, oh baby, I know the things that I do to like get here. Oh baby, I know. But tell me again. So remind me. I want to do that, but I know that's not right. And some of y'all laughing at me, but I'm telling y'all, when y'all love yourself, y'all gonna slip. But it's okay. Do that to ones who really, really know you. So, you got that relative like, oh my, okay, like I see you feeling yourself, baby. I'm feeling all over myself. God dang it. My clothes are jealous of me. You can say that. Let me get into the podcast, because I think I'm going overboard. But y'all can tell though. So, okay, we're going to go over a few bullet points. So I'm going to go over about six points on how to love others, right? So the first one is love them where they are at in their life now. Meaning, let me pause. Let me pause on that. Let me repeat that. Love them where they are at in their life now. Not where they was before, not when they were younger and you thought they were this, not what you see later on, but where they are at in their life right now, today, or whatever time you listen to this podcast, at that moment. Love them there. Love them at that time. Meaning, understand them, accept them, and be aware of who is in front of you. Now, this can be a bit hard for some of us, especially when we really love other people. We see all of this for them, but no, you have to really look and see where that person is. You have to find common ground, meet them where they are at. So an example, I have had friends who, you see them now, they were not they were not this person when I met them. They were full of other things. They were in a different spaces, different headspace, completely different people. Thought processes, fears, you name it. And same here. Same here. And I had to really meet them there. And depending on, where we was or whatever, however I met them and whatever spirit led me to say or do whatever, I just did it there. And the friendships that we have had, or still have, has grown a lot. But if I didn't, love them where they were at when I first met them, because me personally, I love everybody off the bat. Now, a lot of people may say, ooh, I don't know about that. But me, I just feel like, that's what's lacking in the world is love. And I'm like, hey, you're another human being. I love you, man. You know what I mean? We're made of the same stuff. Love you, guy. Me personally, I don't have anything like hate or nothing like that in my heart, because I know hate turns into disease and a bunch of other stuff. But we ain't gonna go that deep. We ain't gonna go there. We're gonna keep it on the loving others. So that is one of the things. You can actually look at the friends you have now. When you first met them, they were not, some of them were not the same person that you know now. They've grown, they've changed, lots of things happen and you were there for them, and vice versa. Same for you. So that's what you have to do with people, is just, again, love them where they are at in their life now, and things will grow, they will change and whatnot. And that comes with understanding instead of judging that person. Like if I was to say, okay, this friend is so-and-so, or this friend is fearful, or he's just unstable right now, I just can't deal with him. No, we would have not prospered. I would have been focusing on those judgments. I would have been focusing on all those things. But you get the point. Love them where they're at right now, right? Understand them, meaning understand what led them to why they have the certain things. Could be an upbringing, could be whatever it is. First, understand that. Then accept them. Accept who they are. Accept them, flaws and all. Because you would want someone to accept you with your flaws and stuff like that. Accept them. And again, just be aware. That's number one. I ain't gonna go on too much, because I can really just make a whole thing on that. But we're gonna go on. Number two, ask them about their dreams and what they see themselves as when they get there. And what you want to do is you want to support that. Again, I say, ask them about their dreams and what they see themselves as when they get there. You want to support that. And why? This allows you to support the image they see of themselves and not the image you made in your mind of them. And why do you want to do this? Is because it'll help eliminate conflicting images each person holds of a person. So let me give you a common example, right? You may have a friend or whatnot. No, actually, we're going to do something simple. Here we go. We all have seen some shows where there's a father or whatever, mother. There's a parent, they have a child. They see that this child would be great if they did this, that, and the other. But this child sees that, that's okay. Let me make this simple. A parent sees that the child would be great as an engineer. He's just really good at it, whatnot. But the child sees himself as being an artist. The parents have a different image of their child, and the child has a different image of himself. So when you're focusing on that image of, no, you'll be a great engineer, you'll make money, that's going to cause some confliction between the two, because each party has different images of this person or this child, right? But if you ask the child, okay, what is your dream What do you see yourself as when you have that? That child may say, I see myself as an artist because I love to create or whatever. I just love it. It feels good. I see myself very happy. I see it giving me peace. I see that I'm able to express my artistic abilities more. And what you may find is that that person may be, you may say they may be good in engineering, but you may discover that engineering aspect of them, and it may sound weird, but I've seen stuff like this, that engineering aspect of them may come out through their art, but you don't know that. So to remove that confliction, you'd want to have that image that they have of themselves. You want to ask them, and you want to support that. That is a way of loving another individual, right? So we've seen that before. So let's keep this common. Let's just say, you don't have a child. So for me, I have friends who they know, especially, I always tell them, don't ever tell me, when I get to know people will hear me say, whatever you do, don't tell me your dream if you know you're not going to do it, because I will make you feel so bad. Like I will say things, I will push you, I will be called names, whatever it is, because it's just like, once you tell me that that's your dream or whatever, and don't get me wrong, dreams change or whatever, I adapt. But if you tell me this is what it is that you want to do, then that is what I have of you. And you tell me the person that you see yourself as, that is now, I see that in you because that's what you told me of yourself. So I'm supporting this person that you choose to become. So you do anything outside of that, oh, no. This goes against what you said. You doing something that's completely off the game. Like, nah, bruh. Nah, you need to do that. Oh, and I challenge my friends. Like, I have some friends who they get real mad. It'll be, goddamn it, 3:00 in the morning. And if I know they're up and I say, hey, man, I'm that friend, I will ask them, so what you doing? And they say, I'm just watching TV, blah, blah, blah. I bait them into it. I'm like, oh, okay. What did you do whatever, whatever it is they like to do? I'm like, did you do anything about that today? Oh, nah, man. I was like tired. I did this. And I was like, okay. So excuses. Got you. Okay. So you chose to fail today at life right now and support these distractions. Okay. I understand. Well, all right, man. Well, you do you, bro. We'll talk soon. And of course, I get whatever type of response, I hate you or this, that, and the other. And it's all love. It's all love. But I say that because you want to support that, because you're showing that love and you're showing that support for whatever it is that they have of them. Now, let's take a quick second. Look at the world. We have a lot of people who are attacking people for just the stupidest things, right? People who don't even get support or that love for whatever it is they want to do. People are mostly focused on the things that people don't do, right? So when you're trying to love another person, the greatest way to love them is to support their dreams and support the person that they are trying to become. Because like I said in step 1, love them where they're at. They probably might be the most negative friend that you have, but their dream may be, they want to help people. And they may say, I love to help people, blah, blah, blah. In your head, you might be like, okay, well, baby, you need to work on some of that negativity. But if you support that dream, okay, what you'll discover, let me not say no, but what you'll discover is when you support that person's dream and that image that they have of themselves, that person will start to become more of that. They'll start to say, hey, I just realized I'm a pretty negative person. I got to work on a positive mental attitude. And people will just start saying that stuff to you, and you'll just watch how they'll grow and they'll change just because you supported that dream and that image that they have in their heads. And also for yourself, it removes the image that you have of them, because when you have all these different images of one person, a lot of conflict will start. And me personally, I have experienced that many times with groups of friends of mine, that I see them as a certain image, or I see them like, oh my gosh, I see you as a great, and I'll tell them I see you as this great image, but they don't see that as, they don't see that of themselves. And that has caused some conflictions where some of my friends have thought I was I guess, overbearing in a way. And I would tell them like, no, this is how I see you. So this is how I treat you. But, through some talks, I had to see, okay, this is how they see themselves. I need to support that, because if not, then we're going to have all this confliction. So I'm just trying to save y'all some time on that. And when you do that, you will find that people are more open, people are more loving towards you, and you'll find that by you supporting your own dreams and you supporting the image that you have in your mind and you're sharing that with other people, isn't it good to have just like you have it in the inside, but isn't it also like a bonus when you have someone on the outside supporting that same thing as you? Think about that for a minute, right? Think about that for a minute. Sorry, guys, I got to drink a little bit of water. Mouth getting a little dry. Hopefully I don't start cussing, because I know you're listening to this. Okay, we're back. Now, the third thing is, this is, oh gosh, I'm pretty sure none of you guys have ever heard this like in your life. I just heard this like literally a minute ago, right? I know none of you have never heard of this. I'm betting like $100. Treat the person the way you want to be treated, with love. Oh my gosh, that's like brand new to you guys, right? I never heard of that, right? Okay, but let's get serious here, right? So treat the person that, in a way that you'd want to be treated. And I'm going to say, again, with the love. So here's some examples. I speak good things about myself, and in turn, I'm always complimenting others because I choose to see the good in them like I do myself. Wow. I accept the bad in them like I do mine. So, simple stuff. You want to love other people? If you love yourself, this again, assuming you love yourself, you want to treat the person in the way that you want to be treated. Like I said, I'm always speaking good things about myself. And a lot of people will tell you, I will shower people with compliments. It's to the point where my friends, they get tired of me complimenting them. I'm not going to say they're numb to it, but it's just expected. And it's truth and it's authentic, but they just know like, okay, they're used to that because that's just what I do to myself. So when you love yourself, you can love others. You'll know how to love others because you love yourself. And this is one way to love another person, by treating them in a way that you want to be treated. Now, that's one of the things that I do for myself. So this is just an opportunity for you to pause and think, what is it that you do to love yourself? And you can do that to others. So, let me try to get outside of myself. I mean, I know some friends, one of the things that they show love for themselves is that they like to try different foods. And it makes them feel good and whatnot. That's their treat. They love themselves. And so what they'll do is that they'll ask, those that, that they love or want to connect with, hey, let's go try a different restaurant, or let's go here. Here, this food is blah, blah, blah. And what you'll find is it's not just the person inviting you to a restaurant. It's that person sharing how they treat themselves with love. And they're trying to treat it with you. And they treat you and they may treat you or whatnot, depending on, my friends, they'll treat you and whatnot because they invited you. And, it's different. You just got to find a way that you love yourself and just do that in a way to others. But that was just an example. And I guess another example is, just as the friend treat themselves, I treat myself a lot. So I may either get a new technology of some sort. I may get, God dang it, don't judge me, but I may get like some new cooking, whatever tool, pan or whatever. I don't know. I'll get something new and I'm like, oh, I should add this into whatever. And that is a way that I show gifts. I will gift myself. And I, in turn, may gift another person because I treat myself how I treat another person. So again, if you, love yourself, you can treat other people if that's your thing. This is just an example. So don't get hung up on doing all of this, guys. Just, again, this is more of a pause and you discover what it is that you do for yourself and you can do that to others. Simple. Okay. Number 4. Is listen Not hear, but listen. Just listen to people, but not everybody. So here's why. When you really listen, you'll get so many insights to people and you'll find ways to show that you love them. Now, a simple example, I'm going to go with my brother. I know everyone's going to know who this is, but I didn't say his name, so he can't kill me. If you don't get another podcast Friday, that brother is the one who did it. But anyways, my brother, when he is hungry, I know I have choices to make in those scenarios. Now, hear me out. When he's hungry, I know I have choices to make in the scenarios. My choices are either shut up and let him go, do whatever you got to do, feed him, or send him some money to eat. And because if not, it's just going to turn bad. But oh man, if only y'all knew. If only y'all knew the abuse that I've received because this child was hungry. Anyways, when you listen to a person, so everyone knows I love my brother, but when I listen and talk with him, I can tell by his responses to things. And I know, okay, I'll ask, you hungry? I go with my choices. But I say that with, let's just say someone else that you're connecting with, right? When you listen to them, you'll gain different insights on that person. So another example would be if you're just listening to what's like going on in someone's life, you will pick up certain things. You will pick up that the person may be lonely. You may pick up the person is kind of not sure what to do in certain situations, and you may be able to help them. And sometimes a person may just want you to listen to them. And you'll find that when you just listen to a person, you'll discover that it allows connection and appreciation for you taking the time just to be there. And again, I'm going to tell you this. You don't got to do this to everybody, because not everybody you don't need to listen to. I'm going to say that because not everybody's needs your time. No, let's be real. Not everybody worth their time, because some people, not all, but some people would be with the, God dang it, it's the water. Some people be with the shits, God damn it. And you don't have time for that. You really don't. So that's why I say not everybody. But some people, you can talk with them and they're not, influence you in a negative way, or they just, not cancerous to your life, whatever. Just listen to them. If you really just take the time to listen and not just hear them. And what I mean by hearing them is just hearing them talking. You just like, okay, while you're on your phone, or they're saying something and you're only hearing them enough to give them a response. You know what I mean? Like you're waiting for them to finish so you can respond. That's not listening. That's just hearing. When you listen to actually take the time to really focus on what they're saying, you'll get insights on people. And I'm going to just take it back to yourself. When you love yourself, you listen to yourself. There's things about yourself you listen to. When a person genuinely sits down and listens to you, like they don't want nothing from you, they genuinely trying to listen to what's going on. There is something special and unique about that. And that person will stand out a lot when it comes to crazy things in your life. Like you just wanted to just talk with a person, So that is a form of really just how to love another person, is listening. And I have discovered, that so many issues in almost all relationships is just a person just not listening, like, to people. And when you don't listen, there's a lot of conflict. But when you do listen, that is a excellent way of loving another person, simply by listening, guys. Now, the fifth one, moving on, is let people fuck up and learn on their own sometimes. A lot of us don't want to. You know what? I struggled with this in the beginning. I struggled with letting those I love fuck up, because it's like, no, I don't want you to go through anything crazy or bad, or I want to help you. And what I've learned is that I'm doing a hell of a lot more harm than I am doing good, because let's just say my ass disappeared, right? Let's just say something happened and I was gone, and I've been protecting this person. Now this person is exposed to all the stuff I was trying to protect them from, and they don't know what to do. They always came to me. They don't know what to do. And it's just, you're doing more harm than good. So I've learned that I had to let people, fuck up on their own and learn sometimes. Now, obviously, use a little bit of discernment. Like, okay, hey, my friend is thinking of jumping off this cliff. Probably you might. Okay, then you may want to stop them. But now if they have a bungee cord, and they jumped off, okay, that's okay. I might join them, little difference. I know I probably lost like half of you there, but I'm just being honest with you. Use a little discernment. The friend says, hey, I'm thinking of going to this friend's house. And that friend is like the most, I don't know, what's the word I'm looking for? This friend is really bad. He's a horrible influence. We know this. The world knows this. Your grandma who don't even got Facebook know this from the one grandma down the street who know everybody business. And if she knows, then he bad. And your grandma haven't even met him. Then you probably should talk with them before they do something, right? But here's what happened. When you do this, again, you allow them to grow. You allow them to fail, and you allow them to learn. And when the time comes, they'll come to you. And when they do that, this is where you apply that love for them by being there and doing whatever you have to do to help them. This shows that you care, you love them, and that if they fuck up, you'll be there for them no matter what. Plus, it also shows that you're not a controlling person either. So that's a bonus as well. Because I know you can kind of come off like that. I kind of knew I came off like that. I could be kind of overprotective at the time. Though I think under that too was a bit controlling because I didn't want anything to happen. But you'll find when you just let people do that, again, you got to let people fail. You got to let them grow and they come to you and whatnot. And that is an excellent time to apply what you learn, apply that love and helping them with whatever it is. And I mean, I can give examples for days, but I didn't ask these people, so I can't give y'all a live person's name. But I've had some friends who had some issues, and they came to me and they made the wrong choice. And they asked me, what do I think? And I told them I think that's the wrong choice. And they did it. They went ahead and did it anyways. They went through some stuff. They came back. But, they had to learn. And I didn't say, I told you so, or that's what your ass get. I simply, after they came to me and they said whatever they went through, and I say, okay, I'm here for you. I always love you, man. But what did you learn? You got to be real with yourself. What did you learn from this? And they'll tell me what they learned and whatnot. And I can tell if they actually learned it or not. And if they didn't, they got to go through it again. But I've had some friends who'll tell me. And, I'm like, hey, man, well, hey, now you learned something. I'm here for you. And, hey, you got your own experience now. So now you know what happens when you make that choice again. You got that. And be there for them. And you'll find when you do that, people just, you're literally showing that love. I'm here. You're basically saying, I am here for you no matter what. And a lot of people, that may be harder for you. But, I guarantee you, if you're the controlling type, that's going to do you way more harm than good, my man or woman. Sorry. And really, just the last point is be authentic with people. Really, how to love another person, how to love others, be authentic with people. I say that because literally it's a gift in this time and age. Hell, I'm going to be really honest with you guys. Like I always say, I'm ignorant to a lot of things. And a lot of people may be like, no. I'm like, but I use strong words. It's true. There's a lot of things that I am ignorant about, especially when it comes to the world around me in certain areas. And me being an authentic person, I hear a lot of people say, it's rare to meet, loyal or people who are real or authentic in your lives. And for me, I'm just like, really? Because hell, I know too many authentic people, and I be wishing that they lied to me a little bit. But I mean, so it's like, but that's what I experience in my world because I'm an authentic person. But I say that to say this is that you, who's listening to the podcast, is be authentic with yourself first. But when you're authentic with yourself, it'll rub off on those you love to be authentic with themselves. And that's an amazing love right there. Not only is it a gift in this time and age, but that is literally, I want to say that's another great form of love, because one of the things when it comes to loving yourself, which you'll discover, if you, again, assuming you already love yourself, is you have to be authentic with yourself. And when you're authentic, things are clear. You just know. There is no like sketchy or disgusting feeling I'm going to go with. No hiding or whatever. We know what is when you're not authentic, you know that feeling. But that is an awesome form of love. And when you have that and it rubs off on people, that is literally like a way of like loving other people. So I'm going to give you a few examples with just the being authentic with yourself and it rubbing off. Is that I have a few friends of mine. They would ask me for advice, and they used to, they use it to fix their own situations. But they know, like, okay, when it comes to something, I'm very straight to the point and straightforward with myself, especially if it's something that I fucked up on or something that I messed up on, whatever it is. And they know immediately I have to be authentic with myself. Is it my fault? Did I mess this up? Or is this someone else's stuff and I'm confusing it as my own? And what I find is so cool is that when you're authentic, they will start to become authentic with their own situations that they are going through. And it's cool to see that when someone will tell you, like, honestly, I don't know about you guys, but I just find this to be really awesome when my friends tell me, hey, this is what happened today. I'm trying to give y'all a live one here. I went to work. This one person said something. This one person said whatever, something about the way I teach people or the way I come off to people. And it really triggered me. And, I really wanted to mess that person up. But looking back at it, and I believe the reason why it triggered me is because I feel like it is true. And I feel like they called me out on my BS. And I didn't like that. So instead, and they would tell me, instead, I didn't, attack them like I wanted to. I took it, and it was hard. Like, it was really hard. I took it, swallowed the pill, and I changed. And since then, things have changed around me. And it's cool because when you are authentic with yourself and you're like that with other people, and then you start to hear them say, getting real with themselves when they come to you with an issue or whatever, and they solve it. That is to me, that is the greatest way to just share or to just love a person, by just having that rub off and seeing them experience that and watch them just figure these things out and get real with themselves. It's like, yes, we need that. That is love at its core right there, my man. Like, you are being real with yourself. You're not blaming it on someone else, the world, the president, and a bunch of other factors we're not going to go in. But it's just beautiful to see that. And that is, like I said, that I feel is just really amazing when it comes to loving others. So wrapping it up, guys, those were about 6 points on how to love other people. Literally, love them where they're at, ask them about their dreams and what they see of themselves. When they get there, support that, treat people the way you want to be treated with love, listen, god dang it, let people fuck up, and just be authentic with people. Now, obviously, this isn't all of the ways to love others. Hell, some of you guys may be like, well, that's just goddamn too much. And that's okay. I get that a lot. God damn it, that's just too much. I don't think I can do all 6 of that. And that is okay, god damn it. If you can do one, go ahead and do it. Hell, if you can do half of one, that's something. Go ahead and do it. And if you can't do either one, hey, I thank you for listening to this episode, But all seriousness, guys, literally, I wanted to really make this episode because I've come to discover that there really isn't a lot of love really being shared throughout the world like it could be. Let me say that. Yes, we love our family, and it's kind of like you got kind of no choice. Well, you do, but you got your family. You're always around them, some of them. So it's kind of like, yeah, that love is kind of built in. But how do you love other people when they're not family? When it's not a person that you can, when it's a person that you can just easily just get rid of or not see no more, not talk to, like that person outside, it's outside of your normal environment. Like we see other people and we're just conditioned not to talk to people like that. But let's just say, you talk to a random stranger. Do you, where are you? Do you off the bat love the individual because they're a human being just like you and they need love too, just as you need love? Or are you neutral? You don't love them, you don't hate them, and you keep it going? Or do you just like, I don't really deal with people like that. I don't really care about people like that. So you're closed off to, other people? Then, hey, if you are, then that's you. But I'm just saying, looking at how the world is now, I feel that a start would be to show that you love, your fellow human being. And another thing when it comes to love is it doesn't have to be something like, like I'm loving this person like they're my father or whatnot, or that deep connection that you have with another one. It doesn't have to be like that, but it can just be like, hey, I love you because you are a human being just like me. And I know that you need love as well, just as I need it. You may need it in a different way. But hey, I'm showing it to you by, hey, one, I can seek to understand where you're at and how you got there. I can accept you for the person that you are today because of the experiences that led you here. Hey, I can show that I love you, or I can love you by just asking what are your dreams, because I'm interested to know, not just starting conversation. I'm interested to know. And how do you see yourself? Oh, you see yourself as this? I love you enough to see you that way and support you in that way. Be it, again, talking with a person, treating them the way that they see themselves, or hey, there's someone that you don't even fucking know who is, god dang it, in the grocery store with you, and you see the person is like stuck or trying to figure something out, and just start a simple conversation like, oh my gosh, you can't find that thing either? Oh my gosh, no, I can't. I've been looking everywhere. Me too. I go through the same thing. Hey, let me go find someone for you because I can't stand when I get stuck and I got stuff to do, So, and they're like, oh my gosh, I'm the same way. They may not be the same way, but the act that you're going to, hey, you're going to treat that person the way you want to be treated. So if okay, I don't like to wait, so I'm going to go find somebody, but it'll help that person. Do that. That's a way of showing you love the other person. And again, this don't have to be like the love like you have for your child or your mom or your best friend, but it's, general love. And really just listening to a person. This could be, a coworker that you cool with, like I said, not everybody, but it could be a coworker that you cool with, or someone that you see, often, and you may just say hello and whatnot. If you have the time, if you do, or you're in, times right, listen to the person, ask them some questions, just have a conversation. And this, now that you can take this home with other people that you care about, let them fuck up. Really showing that love, like, man, hey, okay, you got to learn some way, somehow. It's not tough love, but hey, I'm here for you. Let them fuck up. And again, like I said, be authentic with people. It's a gift. You will find that people will be attracted to you just because you're not an authentic individual. And if you can do some of that in the world here where we're taught, like, nah, don't mess with people like that, or hey, this world is cruel, nobody love nobody, you can literally shift the way we do things just by these simple little things. It doesn't have to be major. So I did my little preaching there, I think. So with that being said, you guys have a fantastic Tuesday and fantastic rest of the week. And like I always say, guys, whatever it is that you are praying for, I pray that you get it. Whatever it is that you deserve and you've been asking for, I ask that you get it. And anything that, you are happy and excited about, I am hoping and praying you continuously get that. I am grateful for you guys taking the time out of your day to press play on my podcast episode. I'm grateful for all the new listeners and the supporters of the podcast. You guys are awesome. You are the reason I do this. I'm loving the compliments, and you guys have also been amazing. You've been like sharing some of the posts that I have, or sharing some of the episodes. What's been cool and what I love about you guys is that some of you've been asking me like, hey, how can I share the podcast? I know I have an iPhone, but how can I share it with someone who has an Android? I'm like, look at this. The podcast is like helping between like that war and animosity between iPhones and Android. Like, look at that. Look at what we doing, and I've been noticing like that. So I just want you guys to know I see these things. I'm super grateful. Thank you for everything. And for all of the new listeners, welcome to the tribe. And with that being said, I will talk to you soon. Later.